I think for me, being an adventurer means just stepping outside my comfort zone, continually trying to do new things.
I grew up in Southern California.
My love of nature probably came from just spending a lot of time outdoors with my dad. He was a lifeguard and a surfer, so I just grew up at the beach. Pretty much any time I was hanging out with my dad, we were outside. Yeah, so I guess when I was probably like 7, 8 years old, I was pretty young, I saw a Jacques Cousteau documentary. And I remember seeing those people just moving underwater and seeing things that I could have never imagined just from sitting at the beach. Like, you can't imagine even what's below the surface until you're down there. So I knew at that age that I wanted to get my scuba certification, and that was something I wanted to do with my life. After I met my husband, we knew we loved to travel, and we planned on doing a year-long backpacking trip. My husband kind of threw out the idea, like, instead of living out of a backpack, what if we lived on a boat? And so we started saving, and when we eventually bought our boat, we decided that we would go explore for a few years, and we knew we wanted to name the boat Agape, which means unconditional love. In part because owning a boat, it requires that kind of unconditional love. It's something that only takes from you. You consistently give to your boat. It requires that true unconditional love. A marriage requires that, and it's also a good reminder of how we want to love people as we move through the world and as we travel. It's just unconditionally trying to give back and not always take. For me, courage was always something I thought I had. I love jumping out of airplanes and diving with sharks, and I didn't really realize how much courage it required to leave sail around the world, to leave everything I knew behind. So it was a good lesson that I can always grow in courage, and to do it with grace, and to give myself grace even in those moments when I don't always feel courageous. For me, a huge part of the reason why we're traveling is not only to see the beautiful places, but to see the broken places as well. We love going to try to visit different orphanages, and someday we hope to open our own orphanage or school. And so we're just trying to learn from the people who are in it, doing it every day, who have given their lives to serve these kids and show up, and hopefully do something similar someday. So I love when we're traveling, especially in smaller communities, just seeing how women do life together. You see these women just support each other, and they don't have social media and TV and beauty stores all around them trying to tell them how they need to look, and so they just carry themselves with this confidence and grace, and it's really beautiful to see how they choose to do life together. I think for me, fashion changes. I definitely like to keep my look simple, comfortable, but also I try to stay cute even if we are kind of living on a boat sometimes. I don't know if I've ever seen myself really as a role model or trailblazer, but as I'm realizing the more voice I have, the more I can inspire others to try to follow their own passions and have their own adventures. Life is too short to not push yourself a little harder and to see what it is that you can accomplish. So I just try to remind myself that, yeah, life is too short to not try hard things.